We're back talking with Nick Law, Chief Creative Officer at RGA. Today we're going to talk about your creative work. So in a year, how many creative campaigns will you touch?
Well, that's actually a really interesting question because it opens up a much bigger issue, which is, well, so I think that the rhythm of work in the new sort of more, in the digital mediums is a lot more frantic than in the more traditional campaign. So the sort of the rhythm of when I was in a traditional agency, campaigns were seasonal. We'd work really hard, and then we'd have a bit of a break. Work really hard, and have a break, and you'd make, you know, the financial model would be based on, you know, these big sort of these big castles that you built seasonally. And although we respect sort of seasonality and campaigns, we also create a lot of stuff which is ongoing. So our rhythm is more like this. You know, so, you know, if you looked at projects as opposed to campaigns, you know, then we created thousands last year, literally thousands.
What trends do you forecast for 2010? Please don't say layoffs.
Well, I think there is a well, one trend is I think that budgets are going to be distributed differently and sliced up in a more thin fashion, right? So the other thing is I think that one of the things that we've always, well, not always, but recently identified as something worthwhile investing in are these platforms. So if on one hand advertising is about breaking through, and on the other hand in the digital medium it's about fitting into people's sort of media rhythms, right, and more personal media rhythms. So, you know, for Nike Plus, on average, people go there 3 times a week. 2.5 million people go there on average 3 times a week. So what that means is it's both an efficient and an ongoing sort of relationship. So identifying platforms, because a lot of brands, you would have to figure out what that thing that only that brand could deliver is that would fit into people's day-to-day lives. But I think that's going to happen more, and the reason it's going to happen is that on the client side, the skill set will start to sort of bleed into marketing. Because if you look at a lot of marketing departments on the client side, they're not used to thinking about anything other than sort of episodic campaigns. So when you manage a platform, you're managing a product. It takes just a different skill set. So just as we are sort of retooling the agency side with different skill sets, I think on the client side that'll happen, and that will lead to more platforms and campaigns on top of those platforms. Will continue, but the platforms will start to be built out.
More ongoing work.
More ongoing sort of either social platforms or applications that help people day to day. You know, more around sort of ongoing relationships as opposed to getting a big message out there episodically.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Nick. That
Sure.
was a great segment. Join us again later this week when we'll discuss more of the personal side of your life.
Oh.
This is Nick Law. Thanks.